Yo, my bad. Yo, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda forgot that I needed to do the session, and I'm in the middle of a COD game, so we're gonna watch some COD before we get on the charts, man. That's gonna be our little treat for the day. Hey, bruh. We're gonna win this, and then we're gonna get started, alright? Give me 1 second. Wait, I started. We gotta mute him. We gotta mute him. There's no way. Yo, B. I'm not battling that BP50, man. Y'all got that. Um, Senior Squirt is the guy's name. Alright, we're gonna do this here. Sorry, Shadow, you're gonna have to wait, man. Senior Squirt, that was him. Did they say anything nice? Let's see. Yo, my bad. I completely forgot about the class. I'm not even lying. I swear. Give me a minute, bro. We gotta win this shit real quick. I started another game and I'm like, yo, I can't just leave mid game. You know what I mean? Just give me a minute. Yo, chilla. Didn't expect it. Yeah, my bad. I think one of them already pushed through. No, last kid's in here. Yo, B. And her name is Ice Squirt Holy Water. Yeah, man, this is what a fucking lobby. This guy is called Senior Squirt, and the chick on the team is called Ice Squirt Holy Water. Sorry, bro, take your time. Oh, I'm definitely taking my time. No, I'm not. We're rushing, man. We're getting these skills. We're winning. 6-0. That's all we needed to do. I was slamming these fools. No, I want to use my streak, man. Watch, I'm gonna get a 2-piece with the streak. Oh, I'll get a 4-piece with this shit. Hold on. What window is open up here? No, that window doesn't. Ah, man, that is not good. Alright, at least we know they're all inside. So I'm gonna do this. Oh man, he knows I'm here. My teammates were on defense, man. Who do I have to help? Nice, Trader Joe. Good on ma. Nah, bro. I don't even want to read your comment. All I see is Tonfa and Riot Shields. I don't want to lose respect for you, bro. You said a load of resurgence is fire. Be cleaning with Tonfa and Riot Shield. Man, what are you doing? All right, let's fucking get the class started. Like little 9 kills, you know, some slight, some slight. I discovered this style of play. No, bro. Undiscover it, please. Undiscover it. Don't do that to yourself, man. All right. What's going on, guys? Fun, but discussing other players. Nah, it really is. That shit is crazy. It is very annoying. Having the stunning them, or having a flash on, flash. I'm holding the controller like I'm about to control the charts with the controller in my hand. I'm bugging right now. Hold on. That's crazy. Why isn't the chart moving? I was trying to move it with the analog stick. All right. What's going on, team? Again, if you guys have any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over, um, let me know. Any questions at all on any pair that I'm doing, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. We'll get to the bottom of what you guys want us to look at. So we're gonna start off with AU. Right, again, let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see if we have any continuations. Right, we are in A2 at the bottom of consolidation, looking for price to go down. 4-hour time frame, we know we're trading between our 4-hour high and our 4-hour low. Got to the 4-hour high looking for a downtrend. Our safety trade from the top to the bottom. Right, once price gave us that third week counter rise, was also the the third week the retest of the 4-hour zone and our 30-minute zone, which is the red box. Right, we know we're trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high. We got the retest of the 30-minute high with our stop loss above. STP at 39 pips for the day. Went right back up, gave us a retest of the break that we were looking at yesterday that we had in the Asia session. If you're looking at the chart at this time, right, you could catch a little, just an aggressive entry with not that bad of a stop loss, 10 pips stop loss back just to the low of the day, right? And your TP would have been hit, and then price gave another pullback. So not a bad day for AU. We'll be looking for the continuation, right? So we have a day of drop. We know we're still trading between this high and this low. Internally, we are still making lower high, lower low, lower high to where we're at now. So we want to see price break below these lows to continue to push to the downside. The highs we'd wanted to see is break these highs over here. And we had a red 4-hour candle. So we will see how this goes. Would be perfect to get a 2 days. We could get a 372 by the end of the week to go up to go down into this zone down here, even to go back down into the 30-minute low. That would be perfect. Do I think that's what's gonna happen? To be honest with you, no. I think we're just in a pullback right now, right? I think we're in a pullback of this internal higher high, higher low, higher high, and I think we're gonna get just a pullback into these higher lows here to continue to push to the top side. And the reason being is just, again, we're at the bottom of consolidation. Price could always, and it looks like price wants to just go back up to the top of consolidation to get another safety trade. But we'll see. We'll see what price wants to do. We'll continue to look at this. It's not a bad pair to look at. EURCAD have a lot of drawings here. We'll delete them if we need to. We're at the top of consolidation, right? V1, looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA, right? Bounced off of it last week, which was the entry we had from last week, right? Same thing, bounce off the 200, went right back to the top in the 4-hour, and again, we have now reached the top of the 4-hour zone. So at this point, we're not in the best place to look for an entry, right? But exactly what we had drawn out here is exactly what happened. Right, this is the zone we wanted to see price consolidate or give us a pullback. It gave us a consolidation. price broke over to the top side, so we're still trading between higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high. So let's start deleting some of these drawings here that we had from last night. Right, let's update what we have. Right, we had this break that gave us this low, the last red candle before the push to the top side. It's also the lowest candle. Right, and these highs over here, the last green candle before the push back down. I'm gonna use the wick, right, of this candle since the biggest candle, but I'm gonna use the body of this green candle. Right, we can see price went to the top, rejected the 4-hour, went to the top, went to the 30-minute, went back down. At this point, we have a day of rise, no continuation. We just have higher highs and higher lows. And we're trading between these 30-minute lows and 30-minute highs. At this point, am I expecting price to continue to push to the top side? No, I'd be expecting a pullback. Right, again, we're at the top of the 4-hour zone. Now, could price continue to push to the top side? Absolutely. But what am I looking for here? At this point, I'm no longer looking to get entries from the bottom to the top. Right now at the top, my only valid entry price is going to be if price breaks above these highs, right? Gives us a retest to continue to push to the top side. This is the only valid entry point I have for this. Could we argue and say, oh, there's an engulfing here, right? And say that we could get into this engulfing candle to go long. I don't like trading. Again, it's the same thing as a double top, right? Or a double bottom, right? At the top of the zone, you're consolidating, right? At the top of the zone, there's a double bottom. Are you going to take this double bottom at the top of the zone? Right? Only if you get a break of that neckline, right? What would be the break and the retest. But you won't get into a double bottom, right? That's in the middle of that top of the zone. Wouldn't make sense. This could be the fake out where price rejects and goes down. Because at the top of the zone, what are you looking for? You're looking for a double top. You're not looking for a double bottom at the top of the zone. The only way I'll be looking for a double bottom would be if I'm at the top of the zone, right? Or if it's something like this, right? So I'm using the engulfing candle the same way. I don't want to look for an exhaustion candle going up at the top of the zone unless it's already above the zone and we're using that as a retest at the top of the zone. That'd be a completely different story, right? So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll try to explain it in another way that the best as I can. But I hope that makes sense. So this is why I'm not even gonna count this engulfing candle here. It's not valid just based on where it's at. If it was down here, right, and we could say, okay, cool, we know we're gonna the same thing that happened here, right? Following the continuation of the top of the 4-hour zone, we could use this engulfing candle as the retest to get into the trade, right? So let's keep going, right? So at this point, we know exactly what zones we're trading in, so we'll just have to wait that out. Euro USD going into the daily time frame, we know that we're reaching the bottom of consolidation, right? We're at the bottom of V1, right? So this is another one we're looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA, second zone, right? That's another confluence. In the daily, we're below the 200. In the 4-hour, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week, looking for the third week, perfect, right? What are we looking for? We're looking for, not only are we looking for higher high, higher low, we're looking for a retest, higher high, higher low. What is this in the confluence of? The retest is in the confluence of the 200 EMA. Perfect. Right, so now let's go to the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, we're on the 200 EMA as well. Perfect. We're still trading between this 30-minute high that price went into, started going down, and these lows down here. Now, am I expecting price to give us these lows before we go up? No, we're already Wednesday. I'm expecting these prices, right? If price is gonna continue and start going back up to give us this third week high, this is where I'd want to start seeing price start going up, right? So at this point, I'm looking for price to break above these highs to continue to push to the top side, and if it starts going down to continue to go down, I'm gonna mark up this zone here, right, to keep it to have a little bit more space, right, because of this little push here. And EU is going to be an interesting one. Real quick before we continue, do we have any news tonight like we did last night? No, there's actually Euro news or bank holiday tomorrow. There's no news tomorrow except for USD at 1 p.m., which is medium impact. Okay, so Euro bank holiday news. No news is bank holiday. That's crazy. What are we gonna get? How is price gonna move? Who knows, man? We'll see. So Euro USD, we'll see what happens with this, right? And we currently have a day of drops, so no continuations. We're still in a little pullback. Still gotta wait it out, get a confirmation, right? The easiest confirmation we're gonna get is gonna be an engulfing candle. If we could get an engulfing candle in any time frame, which at this point I want to see a red, red, green, that would be ideal for this situation. Right? Even here in the 15, right? Red, red, green. If we could get a green engulfing, but that's 5 minutes left. There's no way we'll get that much volume at this time. In the 1 minute, right? We could also go to the 1 minute, but I don't like how these candles are printing yet. They're still, you know, very low volume candles compared to, like, if you notice, right? Just compare how this looks, right? Just compare how this looks here, how mushy it looks, right? It looks like charts on acid or something compared to just these candles here, right? So like this grid line is the start of the day, right? The start 5 p.m. of this trading session, right? Compared to these candles, these actually look like candlesticks, right? So I'm not gonna be even looking at the 1 minute time frame here at this point. Not the 5 minute either. They still look weird, right? So I'm gonna wait it out for a little bit. We're on the 200 EMA, so if price does want to respect anywhere, it would be here, right? What would be an aggressive trade? What we always talk about, right? I don't really like getting into aggressive trades. It's not my style of trading. But an aggressive trade would be something like this, right? And I don't like using EMAs as a standalone indicator for entries, right? I like to make sure that all my rules that line up, I like to line them up all together. If I'm on the 200 EMA, right? Do I have an engulfing candle? Right. First and foremost, what is market structure? What's price action? Are we still making lower lows, lower highs, or are we making higher highs and higher lows? Right. So that's number one. We're still making lower lows and lower highs. So no entry criteria yet for that. That's number one. Right. Number two, okay, the EMA, cool. Number three, do we have an engulfing candle? Right. Do we have any type of pattern? Do we have any candlestick analysis? Right. Fib retracements. Do we have any retracements? Are we trading from the top of the zone or the bottom of the zone? Right? When everything starts lining up, once I start getting the lower time frame change of character, break of structure, once I get an engulfing candle, right, then that's when I want to start looking for an entry. Right? But if you're one of those traders that you just want to have, you know, a peaceful mind and just enter and have an aggressive trade, doesn't matter if it goes into drawdown and like it is what it is without waiting for more confirmations, this is where trading turns into that probability, right? You could take trades every single day. You could take trades at every single point of the market. The situation is that if you do that, what's the probability of you having a good win rate, right? There's key differences to this game, right? So this is why I don't enjoy using, you know, or getting into these aggressive trades. I like to wait for those confirmations. Once I get a confirmation that everything is starting to go and we can get that entry, then perfect, right? But for now, we'll wait it out. So EU looks good. Definitely going to be the one on our list for today. GCAD, let's go to the daily time frame. Might have to delete some of the things we have here as well. Where's EA? Let's look. Let's turn that on real quick. Where is EA? Where is EA? That's a great question. That is a great question. That's a fantastic question. Yo, I was looking through the pairs and I'm like, man, there's something missing. Why was EA deleted? Who knows? Thank you for that. I would have not. Damn, bro. Hold on. You know what's crazy? Great catch. Thank you, sir. Let's do this real quick. So EA. V2. Middle of consolidation. Kind of could say we're at the bottom, right? Looking for that push number 3 to be made. 50 EMA, we're below it. We have 2 months of counter drop. We have a 4 hour and a daily high, and we're in the middle of that. 4-hour time frame below the 50 EMA. We can also see internal structure in the 4-hour. We were, oh shit. We were consolidating. We broke below it, right? We have 2 weeks of counter drop as well. This week being the third week gave us a new low. Red, red, and green gave us an engulfing candle. Dude, when I think I didn't have this on today, right? Not even for this morning's class. Great catch, sir. Thought I was going crazy. I'm like, man, there's a pair missing. I just didn't say anything. Right? Alright. 30-minute time frame. We had lower low, lower high, lower low. Price gave us a change of character, higher high. The highest candle, the last green candle before the push down, and then obviously this break here. So this is the change of character. See, I like that. It means you're awake, man. We're trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high. Put this up here. Let's change this line. Put down here. This is the low that it has to break to go down. Okay. Damn, V2. Okay, so yeah, 50 EMA. We can see that on the change of character. Right now, we are bouncing off the 50 EMA. Do I think we're gonna get that pullback back to the bottom? Right, it could happen. This looks like it might be a fake flag post pattern, and we could also just time that with. We could tie that with the fib. Right, for it to be a valid engulfing candle, we wanted to see a pull back between 23.6 and 38.2. It went steeper and it went to 50%. Could this still be a 50% retracement? And could this still just be a 50% entry to continue to push to the top side? Absolutely. Right? I'm pretty sure there's hundreds and hundreds of traders who are definitely in this trade looking something like this. Right? This would be another criteria trading that I would do. Not only am I using the EMA as a confluence, but I'm also connecting it with the fib. If I could get a 50% retracement on a fib, and it's in confluence with the EMA, and it gave you a double bottom, you already know where you're at. You're in money, right? But the situation with this trade is like, okay, cool. You know you'll have an easy trade, but you know that your trading is from here to here, right? And you'll see it. You'll see we have some of these entries that we had from last night, right? There's some pairs who acted like this. And instead of looking at STP, all I'm looking for is, okay, what zone can we be trading in, right? And in this case, when you have these entries down here, it's not even up to here, right? Your first TP is really here. This is the first internal lower low, lower high that was made before this lower low. And that's why price hit up here and then went right back down. Now, if price breaks these highs, then you know TP number 2 is going to be up to here. Right, and if price continues to break above, then you know that's a different story. We know we'll catch another entry to continue to go up. But I really truly believe that this is going to be the sweep where price is going to come back down to here, take these traders out, right? The traders who are taking these entries and these, I have to stop saying right, man. I say that shit way too much. It's going to piss me off. The traders who are into these trades have their stop loss here. They're going to get hit out. The traders who have a 4-hour buy stop or buy limit, whatever that's called, the people waiting for this trade are going to get into these trades going long. Right, stop loss is down here somewhere. So we'll see. There's a lot of confluence here today, especially on this pair. Should be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Gonna be an interesting one for sure. Alright, so we have a day of rise, which is perfect. So what do we want to look for? At this point, we have a day of rise, we have a change of character. If price gives us a break of structure and gives us the confirmation that price is flipping and we're going to continue to go up, and it ends on a second day of rise, and we already know, right? Today, Wednesday, right? Thursday, we'll have a 372. A beautiful 372 entry for Thursday if we could get all these moves correctly in the next couple of days, the next couple of hours. EURCAD we updated. Thank you for that catch on EA, man. I would have had a field day. So remember what we were saying about EU, right? These aggressive trades on EU could happen. There's no doubt about it. But we're gonna stay patient. We're gonna go on to the next pair. GCAD, right? We were on GCAD. Okay. So GCAD, we're at the top of consolidation, V1, looking for price to go up, give us the second level. We're looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA, which we have been doing up until here, right? We swept these lows, started going to the top. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, we have price giving us 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, price gave us a new high, then started going right back down. Once we got that third week rise, going into the 30-minute, we were talking about this, right? Today, looked like price was going to give us a shoulder head shoulder at the top of the zone. We're still in that, right? It swept the lows, went to the top, swept the highs, started going back down, and we ended up on a no net. Price is just moving sideways, just consolidating. So, sorry, excuse me, guys. At this point, I don't like any of these highs. I'm gonna just keep this one here. It's gonna be a big zone. I'm not gonna be interested in trading this one either, though. Like, this is one that was gonna be just. We're gonna keep it on for the sake of the stream, right? To just continue to look at it, but it's not gonna be one that I'm interested in trading until we get away from peak high or away from the top of consolidation. Once we get the breaks of consolidation to the tops, we'll start looking for those trades again. GJ, we're in peak high territory. So we're just going to be looking at market structure again, price action, where we're at in the zones. We're still in the highest point in the market. We're in the middle between the 4-hour, the daily highs. The 4 hours and the daily highs are down here. Right, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. We're in the middle of the zone. So what are we looking for? Just continuations. We're on the 800 EMA. We have a day of no net. No continuation. We're just still going to have to wait it out. But they're making it simple on us. Why is it simple? We still know that we're trading these breaks down here, which gave us these highs, these lows. Price then gave us a change of character. Right, that change of character happened here. And then I'm not going to say that this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, lower high. Even though we can, but this isn't really a significant pullback. There's just not enough movement here. And there's not enough confluence, right? Price was still just making higher highs and higher lows this entire time. So I'm counting all of this as just part of the same trend, and we're trading between these lows and these highs. Now, can we say that we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high to where we're at now, and we just have a 30-minute high and a 30-minute low here? We can say that to have more of an aggressive approach on this trade. But the fact that, again, there's two things I'm looking at. The 800 EMA, and I'm looking at the fact that all the EMAs are bunched up together. This is telling me that price is going to move very fast whenever price decides to get to where it needs to go to. It's going to look something like this, where price is just going to go into one direction really quick. So when I'm putting all the pieces together, right, and just thinking about that, I'm like, okay, the first thing I see is that price gave us this 30-minute high, right? Gave us it was once a green candle that then closed down and started going down. Price came back up, rejected the highs with these wicks, started going right back down. Now we can see that price here is rejecting these lows down here. I could also see that if price, right, if they were looking to manipulate traders going short, what would they start doing, right? They have higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, right? So you start giving them a change of character. And once you give them a change of character, you give them what looks like a double top. So how many traders do you think are in this trade going short? How many traders do you think are waiting for this to happen to come in here going short? How many traders do you think have their break evens and their stop losses already? So for me, this just looks like it's going to be a big zone of consolidation, which we know is what? A consolidation is a zone where market makers collecting contracts. He's just collecting contracts. For me, this looks like price is going to just consolidate for a few more hours, and it'll do either something like this, where it'll come back to this zone, or it'll just be a simple break and retest to continue. But I truly believe that GJ is on the hunt to just get everybody out of trades. The fact that we already reached these 4-hour lows, we tapped into them, we went to the top side, and we still haven't used these 4-hour highs technically, because in the 4-hour time frame, this is just a huge gap, right? If we turn off, go to the line chart, go to the 4-hour time frame, non-existent, those candles up there. So we're gonna have to wait it out. We're gonna definitely just have to wait this one out a little bit, see how price reacts to these zones. I have a lot of things drawn there, but it's all good. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain, let me know. US30 moved exactly what we were saying. It moved exactly the same way that it did yesterday. So then it gave us a slight rise, but I don't want to call it a rise. I'm gonna say it's a no net. Very slight, close, very close. Well, I'm not gonna say it's a rise. Definitely just gonna be a no net. Higher high, higher low. Alright, higher high, not enough. I'm not gonna say higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Same thing. Not a significant pullback. So we're still trading between this break, which gave us this low, and this high. So we're still just waiting. This is good though. Looks good. Alright, so GU, daily time frame. We're in the middle of V1, looking for price to bounce off the 200. Right now we are below the 200. 4-hour time frame, we are below the 200 as well. We have a week of no net. We are trading between this 4-hour low and this 4-hour high. 30-minute time frame below the 200, right? So everything is still telling us downtrend. We still have, yeah, we can still see external. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. Right now we're looking to see if price, where is price gonna stop, right? We have all these places of interest where we have, all right, the last red candle before the push to the top side, before the break, which price already disrespected and went down. At this point, the only other price we have, point of interest we have, is gonna be, I even want to go up and say that this is our 30-minute zone here. Alright, I'm not gonna use a small wick down here connected with an exhaustion green candle. Pretty much, I wanna have a pretty tight zone. So I'm gonna say that I'm using the wick or the body closure of this red candle that started this double bottom here that made the push, and the bottom of this candle. So we're trading with this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low, and we have a day of drop. No continuation. Price is just going counter. So we're still gonna wait this one out. We don't really have a low there. We have these highs. We'll see. These bottoms right here. US30 looking good. Looking good. We'd love to see this. I love this push to the top. Right, we have all these gaps left at the top of the market. We had a lot of them. Price went up and filled them all. Left these two at the bottom. Would love to start seeing price continue to go to the top side. Would love to see a pullback, right? So we could continue to get some more entries going short. But these long term, or these gap fillers over here are perfect. So we still have 2 weeks to rise. This would be the 3rd week. Perfect. Already made the new high. Daily time frame, we have a month of drop. And again, we know we're in peak high territory. No market structure or no market makers pattern. We're just looking at price action and market structure. So looking good. right? Swept these lows, made everybody believe that price was going to continue to go short. That started going up, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Going to be an interesting pair to continue to follow. I want to see something else on this one. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't really been following US30 with the fibs, but we might have to, bro. That's crazy. Yo, that's fucking insane. That's a crazy wick entry right there. I just hate that we're trading in peak high territory. You know what I mean? That's the shit that I don't like about it. But we'll see. We'll continue to look at it. Yeah, gonna be interesting when we start trading with the trend with US30. Different ball game out here, guys. Different ball game. That's scary. Alright, so USDCAD was also beautiful today. Right? Good shit, Muhammad, on this trade today. Almost at TP, GU, perfect. But I just seen that let me see before we do USDCAD. What about GU? My bad, Muhammad. What did you want me to? What about GU? Oh, I forgot about GU. Shit, my bad. Did I really? No, I didn't. Nah, I definitely did this one, bro. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Um, so USD CAD, we're in the middle. Right? I'm not expecting price to continue to go up, but we can see that it is. Right now we're in the middle of the 30-minute low and 30-minute high, so we'll want to see price break above these highs to continue to push to the top. Gold, peak high territory, same as GJ and US30. We have 2 months of rise. This month being the third month high, we don't have a new high yet. Could price continue this push to the top side? It could happen. At this point, we have two weeks of drop. This week being the third week, price did not give us a new low, right? So could we expect it to happen at this point? No, we know that we're trading counter. Going short would be against the trend. That's why these 372s didn't work out. That's why this week of drop looks like it doesn't want to work out either. It's going against the trend. So what I want to start looking for is like, okay, cool. At one point we had higher high, higher high, and then price gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high, and we can see now that price is converting into a consolidation. So now that we can see that, it's like, okay, perfect. Now this is where we want to start looking for these trades. We had these lows broke, these highs broke, gave us this low. This low gave me this high. Alright, what am I looking for? Let's move this here to the side a little bit. Could be looking for a 50% retracement, but these 50% retracements, I want to also line them up with all the rules that I can, right? We see an imbalance candle here. We see a fair value gap, perfect. Only thing that's missing is the EMAs. There's no EMAs lined up in this zone at all. in any time frame. All the EMAs are bunched up where price is at now. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Instead of it being a 50% retracement, what else could it be? Okay, let's switch over to our other fibs where we have all the lines. 23.6 to 38.2. Oh shit. What could this be? Oh, perfect. We have moved straight to the top side. A pullback between 23.6 and 38.2 for price to continue to go to the top side. Oh, could this be a flag post pattern? A bullish flag post pattern. Bingo. Right, so once we have all of that, now what am I gonna look for? Okay, let's go back. We're looking for price to bounce out to 50. We're in PCAD territory, but again, we can see all prices, all the EMAs are bunched up. We could look for an engulfing candle. Do we have a red, red, green? Right, do we have a red, red, green? Nothing in the 4, nothing in the daily, 1 hour, nothing. 30-minute, we had a red, red, green, but it didn't close above. 15-minute, start looking at the 15-minute. Red, red, green, nothing. No bottom wick. So we're still there in the 5-minute now. What do I want to look for? I want to start looking for, okay, is price giving me a change of character anywhere? We had high, low, high, right? We know this is the low. Lower high, lower low, higher high. That's it, nothing. And I'm not going to go to the 1 minute. So now that we know we're in that 23.6, 38.2 retracement, this is where I want to start looking for my entry. Can we get an aggressive entry? Let's update this real quick. Could we get an aggressive entry and just say, fuck it, I'm getting into a trade, right? We're getting into the trade and we're just putting our stop loss down to here. We can, but that's a very big stop loss for a pair like gold. Very big stop loss. Wouldn't be ideal to do that. Because as easy as price, we could see it going up, is as easy as it could go right back down to these lows. So I want to wait for my confirmation. What's going to be my confirmation? Again, yes, we have all of these nice confluences. What's the only thing missing? We still don't have change of character, break of structure to the top side. We still have lower lows and lower lows and lower highs. Right? So we have to wait for those confirmations, right? We could see the patterns playing out. We could see the EMAs. Cool. You could see that as a trader. Everybody can. But what everybody can't see is, how are the candlesticks moving? How's market structure? We don't want to get, that's why you'll have a lot of people say don't use indicators. Some people will say it's a good confluence. But if you could use everything together, if you could put all of those pieces together and use them all at the same time, you'll be the best trader you could be. You'll be the best trader you could be if you could put all the rules together, because you won't get faked out. You won't be those traders only looking for, oh, if I get a fib retracement, I'm getting in. That's the difference between being a probabilities trader and a trader with real rules, with real mechanic in the game. You have to understand the rules of the game in its entirety to be able to be profitable in the long term. So now that we see that we still are making lower lows and lower highs, again, this is what I would call an aggressive trade. If you're comfortable taking an aggressive trade, go ahead, by all means, this is your trade. But we'll wait for the confirmation, right? So I'm either going to be looking for a change of character, an engulfing candle. I'm either going to be looking for a break of these highs in a retest. And then again, the lower time frame, if we get the opportunity to see it in the lower time frame, if we get a change of character and a break of structure to the top side, then we'll start looking for those trades. Last but not least, Bitcoin. We are at the top of the zone. Still looks like this could be a potential trade. We have a week of rise, still just in that same zone, at the top of the zone. 30-minute, we can see how price is just consolidating. Right, it's finally wanting to break below. So at this point, we have a day of drop. Today, it looks like price is going to give us a second day, but we're at the bottom of the zone. We have 7 minutes for this candle closure. Would have loved to have seen price give me a second day of drop and then giving me a pullback before the closure, we would have then been able to get a trade here to get a 372 trade. But at this point, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. Price then gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high. Then price gave us this lower low. So this is where I'm gonna start putting all my confluences together again. Understanding that after a change of character, if we got a break of structure, we'll have that confirmation of a trend, the trend shift. So at this point, let's I'm gonna delete some of this. What am I gonna look for? All right, we have these highs, these lows. Last green candle before the push down, I'm gonna use the red wick since it's the highest candle and the closure of the green candle. So I'm trading between this high, which we could see price already tapped into, right up here, and it went right back down. But this happened before we even got to the break of these lows. But either way, we could have seen that we had this break, which gave us this low and this high. Price gave us a pullback, and before the break, it already went up, filled the 30-minute high, and went right back down. So once we got this break, now we know we're trading between this low. So low is red candle, last red candle before the push up. At this point, that's the only one we have, and we could be expecting same thing, a little pullback. Got a pullback to go short. That's pretty much it. You guys have any other questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over again, let me know. Whether or not they're on our list, we can go over whichever pairs you guys want me to. If not, we'll be done for the night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live trading session at 6 a.m. Let me know. I'll give you guys a few minutes, a few seconds. All good. Thank you. All right, my brother. No problem. Have a good rest of your night. See you tomorrow. And again, yo, congratulations on those trades, man. For real. Getting the hang of it. That's good. That's really what consistency looks like. You show up every day. You do what you gotta do. Put in the chart time. Shit that you thought was difficult the first time you saw it, you're like, yo, how the fuck didn't we see this shit 4 months ago? So, congratulations, bro. Alright, guys. Seems like everybody's good. Everybody's good to go. I'm gonna give it till 10 more seconds, and then we'll be out. Give everybody a few times. I wanna make sure nobody's delayed. Just keeping it pushing. Yeah, that's really all we can do, man. That's all we could do. As humans, that's all we could do. There's some things in life that there's some things in life where you gotta just keep on doing. You just gotta continue. Right? And I feel like in general everything in life is like that. You gotta have a purpose behind it. That's really what it is. Regardless, no matter your situation, you just gotta keep going. Right? But there's a difference between just going and then having a purpose behind it. That's the fucking key. If you stay consistent with something that you have a purpose behind, that's it. Whatever your definition of success is, that's what you'll have. But if you do something and it's just lacking purpose and you're just doing it to do it, it's just like it's that NPC lifestyle that everybody talks about. You're just gonna be part of that same NPC lifestyle. But you got purpose, right? That's better than motivation, because motivation comes and goes. So, alright, guys. Down note, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. 6 a.m.